Hello and welcome to another episode of Gametime with Bosswave. For reviews, podcasts, and more, check us out at bosswave.net. I'm Zach Thornton, and with me today is Chris Williams. What's up, Chris?
Hello. Not a lot, really, man. How are you doing?
I'm good. This is like the third time we've attempted to do this video, so Chris might be getting a little bit tired of my inability to record things.
We're getting there. I'm sure it's going to be perfect this time. You're sounding great.
Yeah, you're sounding really good, man, as usual. Just love it.
Thanks.
So here we have Divekick. What do you think of this title screen?
I'm intrigued straight away. I don't know what the hell's going on with these characters. From what I understand, it's a bit of a piss take, this game. It started out as a joke, and the fighting community have taken it under their wing, and it's become quite a big game for them. For all I know, it's just two buttons, and that's all I know about it. And I can't see the depth there, so I was hoping that you would be able to talk me through it and try and convince me that it's an interesting game and worth my money.
Absolutely. Well, we'll see. We'll see what it's all about. I have played a little bit, so I'm a little bit familiar with this. I'll just go over real quick. There is a story mode that's, pretty sparse, but it does what it needs to do. Versus couch play, there's an online mode which has a nice netcode, GGPO, no lag that I've seen. So that's cool. What I'm going to show you guys is, let's just go into versus mode real quick, and I want to show you how the game works. I'm going to pick two totally different characters. So her, Dr. Scholes, which is just
Rufus.
Ridiculous. So for any of you that don't know fighting games, which if you don't know fighting games, I'm not sure why you're watching this, but maybe you're trying to get into fighting games, and fighting games are usually too complex. Which is what I was thinking. Like with the two buttons, really just boils down to strategy. You don't really need to learn any combos, any supers, any chains and links and 100-hit. You know what I mean, Chris?
Yeah.
So that's kind of neat for beginners, right?
Yeah, I guess so. But like I said, if it's that simple, where's the depth? Where's the fun? Is this just rock paper scissors, or is it pure luck? We shall find out.
So here we go. So if I press X, I'm using the 360 pad, which I kind of just like to hold. So this is his one move, and his other move is backwards. So he could jump. Boop, I hit her. So one hit kills, which is kind of neat. It's very intense. So this is, you can kind of go like this, and jump and kick real quick, get up in someone's face. This character. See, it's a totally different vibe. Like, she goes straight across. Headshots are another little wrinkle. If you get a headshot, you'll see that this character is now dazed. If I try
She's
to
got
jump,
like a Dulcim dive.
Right. And she has this big this kind of backwards. So she can do this double kick move, straight across and then down. She can jump straight back. So that the characters are fairly unique in the way that they move and function. If you see that red line on the screen, when time runs out, there's only 20 seconds. When time runs out, whoever's closest to this line ends up winning. So that's kind of a neat little mechanic too that I like. I'm purposely missing her now. So even if sometimes you'll get really close to hitting them, and you'll miss, and it gets really intense.
So I'm guessing generally the good players they'll know all the individual moves for each of the characters as you do in any fighting game, but are they generally sort of standing back and watching how their opponents fighting just to try and understand and just waiting for them to make a mistake? Is it a case of waiting for them to make a mistake?
Yeah, it is kind of like that. And as you see right now, I have my super activated. When that meter at the bottom left fills up, it automatically activates and you just go a lot faster. There is a lot of just kind of analyzing your opponent, trying to figure out where the openings are and where they're making mistakes. All right, I'm gonna knock her out real quick, and we'll go straight into an online match. I kind of like these backgrounds. They're real simplistic, but they have a nice consistent vibe to them. The character design I actually think it's decent. It's some people think it's a little too just random, but I kind of like it.
I think from what I heard, it's all these in-jokes, isn't it? And that's probably what I don't get about the characters, is they're sort of referring to other fighting games and characters and stuff, and
Yeah.
If you're into that stuff, then hey, it's hilarious. But for us, it just looks like a collection of really random characters.
Yeah, there is that, and like you said, I was big into the fighting game scene, and went on SRK and went to tournaments, and I was pretty good at Marvel vs. Capcom 2 and Street Fighter 4, and I don't really know like I only get like 5% of the jokes in this game, so if that doesn't tell you anything, I don't know what will. Like if you're not really in the scene, you're not gonna get any of it. But it was made by real fighting game fans, and I think that's fine. I think you could still enjoy the game without knowing what that stuff means. And it might,
Yeah, and it's cool. It's cool. Those guys have got that little niche for themselves, and yeah, they got those gags to keep them interested.
So what we're gonna do is jump online here, and you're gonna see probably me lose. I've got 5 wins and 17 losses. Again, I'm pretty good at fighting games, and it's kind of nuts that I'm getting destroyed. I think a lot of the people playing right now are kind of mega fans of the game, and that also goes to show you that there is a lot of depth.
Yeah, I think like you say, if you're even half decent, you would expect to, if it's pure luck, if you play it for hours on end, you'd at least think to win half of your matches, if not a bit more. But if you're losing the majority of the time, then it just means these guys are proper hardcore, doesn't it?
Yeah, they kind of are. He picked the guy I was going to pick. I really like this character. He's supposed to be a skunk, some kind of mutated skunk. But just for the sake of keeping it mixed up, I'm going to pick her, who I've never used, so I'm going to lose for sure. No time for fungus, she says. The jokes in this game are stupid, like just straight up. Just dumb. And it's kind of funny that they're so dumb, but really, they're just not very good.
Is it that they haven't put enough time into it, do you think? Do you think they've got a great idea and gone, okay, let's put this together as quick as we can? Or, the art style doesn't look particularly detailed.
Yeah, it gets the job done, it looks pretty. I think it's a pretty game. It's fine. They didn't have the time to put, a couple $1 million into. I don't know how much this game costs to make, but it looks like I'm getting a little lag here. All right.
That's your excuse, is it?
That's my excuse for just getting kicked. All right, so
you've got your energy bar is either full or completely empty.
Yeah, exactly.
Nothing in between. It's like, what's the point in it?
Yeah. Well, it's just there, Oh, see, he's stunned now, so he can't jump very well. I can kind of get over his head.
So for the next round, that carries over for the next round.
It does, and I just got another one. It wears off in about 3 or 4 seconds. But once you get someone stunned, it's pretty tough to. Uh-oh. Yeah. They do have Seth Killian as a character who was the community manager at Capcom, and pretty good fighting game player, and my favorite announcer for fighting games, and so that's kind of cool that he's in the game.
That's quite cool. What are these bars at the bottom where the feet are filling up with?
Yeah, that's the super meter.
That's the super meter. Yeah. Okay.
So mine's is full now. So the next kick that I do is going to activate.
Does that just fill over time?
It does. As you're doing moves, it fills. There we go. As you're doing moves, it fills, so you can spam moves to build it up, and
okay.
Yeah.
But potentially opening yourself up to getting hit if you're spamming moves, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. It does go down, I think, if you get hit, like headshot. Oh man, that was close. All right. Well, that wasn't as bad as I thought.
So she didn't hit him then. I would have expected that to take him down.
Yeah, she didn't hit him. It went kind of around him or through him. I feel like the hitboxes are pretty tight. It's just a matter of realizing where they are for each character.
Not losing.
Yeah.
See. Well done.
So it keeps track of your win-loss. I don't know if I feel like it probably tries to connect you with other people around the same level, but I'm not 100% sure. All right, so this guy, it doesn't tell me about him. All right, let me pick the skunk. This character is weird. Again, what is this? Stream? There's a joke there, but I don't know what it is.
I can't see it.
All right, let's try this. I'd like to get a win before we stop. We'll see. The gems they're a little bit pointless. I don't know. I feel like they don't need to be there, but maybe I'm wrong.
Makes it more interesting.
Yeah, I mean, it changes it up a little bit. I guess that's the point. Like, just that little bit of speed difference, it does make, the timing is different.
All the difference if you've got people of the same ability. I think that's probably the thing with this game, isn't it? You've got to play people of a similar ability, otherwise, you're screwed.
Right. So it's funny. I talked about no lag, but we're getting a little bit of lag. Oh, I meant to kick, but I didn't. It might be this guy's connection is bad. We'll see. All right, I feel like I'm gonna win this. I don't know why.
Fill it in your water.
Feeling confident. I just need to wait for him to kick near me and then jump back. Oh. There we go. You have to be patient. You let him jump right at you, and then you jump back and kick. That's like the beginner strategy. Whoop, like that. See that? So there are a lot of mind games happening here. Let's see if he does it.
You welly head.
Oh, I messed up. That was good. He switched it up on me. So now I'm dizzy, but I think it might work to my advantage because see, he's not. Oh, priorities. Okay.
That guy's insane.
Yeah, that character is pretty cool. Oh, man. All right, I lied. I think it's the lag. I blame the lag again. Again, I don't think this is the game's fault. I think it's this guy's connection.
Yeah, the stream's slightly lagged anyway.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Let's move on. One more. So, Chris, any questions about what's happening here? What do you think about the gameplay? I mean, does it seem interesting?
It is. There is more to it than I thought there would be, and I can see how that you get the mind games going and you start to out and stuff like that. So there probably is more to it than I thought, but I mean, I guess you just got to put the effort and time in to learn all the characters' moves, because if you don't know how they perform and what sort of angles they jump at and that sort of thing, you're just going to have no chance.
Yeah, you really don't have a chance until you learn. That's the main thing. Just learn what each of the characters' moves do. All right, I'm just gonna pick him again. Learn what each of the characters' different moves do. Then you can defend and attack accordingly. That's the biggest thing.
That, I mean, that sounds like any other fighting game, I guess. It's
yeah.
Just that this is boiled down to such a simplistic way of doing it that. But all the same principles apply. So
yeah, but it's even more important in a way because that's the whole game. Is like what does that character do differently?
She's got what's that guy out of
Kung Lao?
Mortal Kombat. Yeah, she's got his hat. She's gonna sling across the screen.
So the real skill is kind of going for headshots because then you can have the upper hand, but you don't want to get too cocky. There we go, a double headshot.
You got to go quite way forward to get a headshot. Huh?
Yeah, right. You have to be pretty accurate. Uh-oh. Oh, I thought she had that. Yeah, and I'll tell you what, you can get really cranked up on this game. Like, I was freaking out the other day because I just kept losing, like, by just a tiny bit. And I almost wanted to rage quit. I never have rage quit, but I was on the verge because it was just like, you can die so fast, and sometimes you don't even understand, like, why.
Well, fighting games are total rage quit territory, aren't they? They're the one
that
yes. I'd probably rage quit. I think stupid game. That's it. I've had enough. And,
yeah.
But that's what I was thinking about this game. Is that I think they should have had a demo out for this, because it does seem. If you bought this game, I mean, it's not an expensive game. What is it? I mean, it's about £8 over here. I don't know what that.
Yeah, about
$10, something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, if you bought it going and thinking, hey, I fancy a fighting game. I don't know anything about it, but I'll buy it. You know, and you didn't like the simplicity and the style. You know, that might be a bit of a kick in the teeth.
It would if you were expecting, like, you know, to be able to
fully fledged game.
Right.
But
it is pretty clear though. Like, I mean, the marketing, everything. It's like they kind of dug into it. This is the idea. You know, if you like it, that's cool. If not, that's fine.
And I think I've heard quite a few of the podcasts talk about it. You know, there is a bit of buzz about it, even not necessarily in the fighting community. So people know about it. So.
Oh, I don't know this character. So this is Seth Killian. He actually in real life plays with his hands crossed on the arcade stick. He's a little slow. He's like, his moves are. He's like more like a Dhalsim actually, with the teleport and the kind of slow kick.
Yeah.
There we go. You have to like fighting games, you do, to play this game. It's not really a beginner's type of game. Uh-oh. I'm liking this teleport, though.
A little bit too random. Do you know where you're going to go, or is
Sort of. You're just going straight up. I think he can double teleport. Uh-oh. Oh, he got me right before I teleported. Yeah, most of the characters are kind of straight up and then straight back, or backwards, and then the kicks. Okay. He can kind of delay his kick. Oh, there's the double teleport. So if I press the one button twice, he'll teleport and go again. Let's try that. Oh, you can also come straight out of it like that. Yeah, there's a lot to it, I think. There's the double teleport. 1, 2. Come on in. Come on. He does it. It is. Come. Closer. Woo! Yeah, it's pretty fun when you're winning. It's not as fun when you're losing. Just like all fighting games, but really in this game, no! Oh man, lucky.
Down to the wire. Sweet.
Nice. All right, well, let's end it on that. I don't think I can really show much more. That's the game. That's the whole game. I mean, each character is unique. There's a lot more to it than it initially appears, and the control is very tight. It's predictable. It's not janky at all. For the most part, the online is nice. And yeah, I mean, if you're into fighting games, you're probably going to like this game, even if you just play it for a few hours and that's it. Almost think it's worth it, depending on how much you value your $10. But
kind of would make it go down quite well as a mobile game, I would have thought.
Yeah, I could see that actually. That would be quite nice. One, 2 buttons, one on each side of the screen. It's not a bad idea.
Yeah. No, there's definitely more to it than I first thought there was, and I don't think I'd pick it up just because I'm not a big fighter fan, and if I was going to pick up that sort of game, it would be a more fully fledged game, as I say. But yeah, there's more to it, and I can see why people would get it. So, no, thanks for giving a bit more insight into it.
Yeah, I hope this helps anyone who's kind of on the fence and not sure what the game is about. Here's a look at the leaderboard. So you can see the top person already has like over 600 games played, which isn't as crazy as if it were Street Fighter 4 because they don't take as long, but even so, pretty nutty. So yeah, jump in. I would say jump in. Don't expect to. It's not random. Don't expect to win off the bat, but it is rewarding in that you do kind of learn as you go. You learn a little bit more each time, and when it starts to click, when you see that, oh, I know this character, I know what to expect, and I'm gonna counter this move that I know is coming up. That's really rewarding, and to me, that's what fighting games are all about. So yeah. I dig it. All right, so everybody, if you're here till the end, thank you very much. Leave a comment. Please subscribe to our Twitch so that you can get notices when we go streaming live. And our YouTube channel is BossWave with a space, so this will be there as well. And, of course, our website, bosswave.net. We have tons of stuff on there going up all the time. And our Twitter is @BossWave. My Twitter is, I need followers, guys, please. I'm like in the gutter of Twitter right now. I have like 10 people.
Oh man,
it hurts, man. I continue to tweet anyway, but it's
Help this guy out. I mean, he's desperate.
I'm so desperate for love. It's @grits_z. And Chris, what's yours?
Yeah, my Twitter is ChrisMJW, and also my PSN is ChrisMJW. And come down to bosswave.net and check out the podcast.
Yeah, where we just hit episode 25, so that's pretty cool. So yeah, check it out. See you next time.
Yeah, take it easy.
We love you more.